You're visiting Mount Rushmore during vacation. As you walk up the walkway, you are awestruck, where in the world did that word come from, with how huge it is. You want so badly to take it home. You hit the gift shop and there is so much to choose from. None of it is right though. Then you see it, a magnet that is the exact replica of the site of Mount Rushmore. Your head starts to pulse, trying to figure it out. You think and think and think, but nothing. Then hey there! I see you're visiting Mount Rushmore during break. Isn't it beautiful? Why are you so confused about figuring out how to make something so big, so small, and look the same? Remember, you can just make a proportion. Use a scale ratio to determine how big, or in this case, how small, you want your magnet to be, and then use an actual measurement to set up the proportion. You can do this with lots of other objects also. Think real hard, and you can figure it out. But now you remember you can measure the magnet and use that measurement to set up a proportion of scale, which would be the magnet size, to actual size, Mount Rushmore. You can also break apart the faces and use a part to set up a proportion. Look at the following. You could use this example to figure out how tall Abraham Lincoln's entire carving would be. We can do the same thing with other objects. The Statue of Liberty, and Matchbox cars. Remember, you will need to set up a proportion with two ratios. The first ratio will be made when you determine the scale, and the other will be made from actual measurements. Once your proportion is set up, you will cross multiply to find the missing value. Maps also have scale on them to determine scale distance to actual distance. You can't have a life-size map. Another way that you can apply scale is with cooking and baking. Imagine that you have a recipe that makes 12 cookies. They are so delicious, you are asked to make them for your entire school. It doesn't make sense to make the recipe using your 12 cookie recipe, so you can use scale to recreate the recipe. You can create a recipe that's double, triple, quadruple what you want. Or you can cut the recipe in half if you don't want as many cookies. So, whether you are recreating a life-size monument to take home, or playing with toys created from real-life objects, or reading a map, or cooking, remember that proportions can be set up and used to find the needed measurement. Think of some other examples on your own and use this video and the rest of the information from this unit to help you with your practice problems.